It was October 1994. I had just joined the Army February of that year, and my first duty station was in Panama, the country, not Panama City. And I enjoyed the time there. Of course, I speak Spanish, so it made it much more comfortable for me being out there. I bought my first car there. It was a 1979 blue Chevy Caprice. I remember it clearly. It was a long boat in a sea of Toyota Corollas and Nissan Sentras. On one particular occasion, I had met some friends and from the military and also off base. We were driving down to the beach, something you commonly do in Panama. You have beaches within an hour distance. On the way there, as we were driving, had the sunroof open, nice cool breeze coming through. All of a sudden, I heard, driving on the highway, pop! What happened? I got out of the car. Oh no, flat tire. Unfortunate. But it was okay. I had a spare. Went ahead and changed it. Enjoyed our time at the beach. Came back as a responsible 18-year-old at the time. I took the car to auto repair shop that was right outside the base. Autobahn, I remember the name, and it still exists there. I got the tire replaced. I happened to see someone that caught my eye. She was wearing some blue jeans, and there's something about this girl. I decided to write a little note in Spanish, since I knew Spanish. There's something about you that I like. Call me. And this is before the era, of course, of cell phone. This is a landline call. You have to make an effort to make a call. I gave it to her coworker, who happened to be there. The girl that I was interested in was out doing something, and then left it at that. Didn't know what was going to happen if something would have happened. She ended up calling me. I found out after the fact. I thought it was the person that I gave the note to, but it was the coworker that called me. And the coworker said, I think she was doing an internal or initial investigation, make sure I wasn't some crazy from base. I think she approved and gave Anna the details, and we decided to meet in this particular place, a Chinese restaurant that was not too far from the base again. It still exists there. It's called Don Li. We had a nice evening, very enjoyable time. Little did I know, about 6 months later, in July, we got married. And then 24 years later, and 4 kids later, I'm here, still with her, enjoying the time of my life because I wrote a little note. I think back and I see, what if I hadn't written that note at that time? What impact? I can't imagine. It doesn't come into my brain. What would have happened if I hadn't written that note? The question for all of you is this: what are you putting off doing, or what little thing can you do now that could have a significant impact in your future? Take action right now, because you never know. Like me, it impacted my life, and it has been a blessing, and it still is. I see my kids, my oldest is 22 years old in college, and my second is 20, and then my other 16 and 14. I wouldn't have all this if I hadn't written a little note. I ask you again, what are you putting off? Maybe you need to write a little note.